I would like to talk to you about a very special group of animals.
This is an animal I am so passionate about.
Vultures are amongst the most threatened group of birds.
Vultures get such a bad rap. People think they're dumb, foolish.
Disgusting, ugly, greedy creatures that are just after your flesh.
I met Dr. Virani back in January 2012 when I first went back to Africa. He was the programs director for the Peregrine Fund, and so he was leading our expedition.
The plan is to go and find vultures at a carcass
to witness the Great Migration. And so it's where over 1 million animals, like the wildebeest, the zebras, they all migrate from Tanzania and the Serengeti to the Masai Mara. And so it's a fantastic time to basically capture vultures. I was determined to get back to Africa. I really was. And so I noticed the issue, the plight with vultures. They're one of the most threatened group of vertebrate animals in the whole entire world. And I had no idea about that. What happens is the vultures, once they leave the protected areas of the reserves, like the Masai Mara or the Serengeti, they get into trouble. Human and animal conflict. And so people poisoning vultures. And so it's amazing the work that Munir has done.
Pastoral communities rely on livestock. That's their lifestyle. It has always been. From time to time, a cow or a goat is taken by a lion or a hyena. And so the pastoralists, in retaliation, they will go and poison the carcass. The poison is usually a carbamate pesticide, goes under the brand name Furadan, that is manufactured in the US. It's very cheap, and it wipes out predators, pests, in a matter of minutes. And as a result, they will not only kill the hyenas and the lions, but they will kill hundreds of vultures. And that is a serious, serious conservation issue in this country. What we saw inside the carcass were huge amounts of maggots. And this is just a side effect of the lack of vultures in the ecosystem. So there's quite a lot of wildebeest out over here, and the plan is that we take a note of this area and then come back again tomorrow, where there's a pretty high chance that somebody's going to get whacked, probably by lions or other predators. And that'll give us a really good chance to wing tag our vultures.
The carcasses, of course, are how we caught the vultures. They were so important, and so one of the main things that we did, one of my main jobs, was literally like trying to get the carcasses, but it was horrible because my eyesight was horrible. I didn't get contact, so like I would see rocks and I'd be like, oh, there's a carcass. It really wasn't a carcass, but I actually found our first carcass, which was fantastic because we needed to set up a trap for the vultures.
Corbin has spotted something.
I've spotted a carcass. That's a fresh carcass, right? You guys.
We don't know.
Can I get an award? Or at least it's a carcass. Okay. Oh. Ha ha ha. Okay, hold on. Look at this.
He's not breathing. Sure.
Yeah, look at his eyes. You guys, his eyes, no way. I couldn't even believe that I was there, and like I know it sounds so cheesy, but I never thought I'd ever get to touch a dead wildebeest, so to actually feel like a wild dead wildebeest was just insane. I know it sounds weird, but anyway, it was such a great experience. And we have just stumbled upon a fresh carcass. This is Willard the wildebeest, I've decided to call him. He is going to be a great demonstration today because we are hoping by using Willard we were able to capture some vultures, put some transmitters on them, of course, for research. This is absolutely fantastic. I've never been this close to wildebeest before, and Willard, I think, is going to be a great volunteer today.
So we had a really successful morning. We managed to catch 3 birds. We attached a GSM cellular transmitter on a Ruppel's Vulture. This was a nice big adult, and we're looking forward to some fantastic data. We attached it with the backpack method, and the battery is programmed to last at least 2 years, sending 6 location data per day, and we're looking forward to some really fantastic information about this bird. And you know, for the conservation for any species, we need good ecological data about them in order to develop sound management and conservation plans.
So how hard were the vultures to catch?
They're so incredibly powerful. I had no idea. And I've wrestled alligators, the giant python thing, but like, you have to hold on to them. And then like Dr. Virani was like, you have to watch your fingers so they can take your fingers off. So I was like, well, that's great. So I caught my first vulture though, and I can still feel like the adrenaline, like the whole pumping. And you can watch the interview with me because we just had one take and it was like, okay, Corbin, do the take.
I just am in awe. I can't even believe this is happening right now. Such a beautiful bird, of course, so misunderstood. You're taking a look at a whiteback vulture, one of Africa's finest vulture species. Of course, an endangered species here due to poisoning, human and animal conflict. We need to save these birds for future generations, because without them, this place would just basically be a dump. There'd be carcasses everywhere. They consume over 70% of all of the animals that enter the Mara Serengeti ecosystem. And so without organizations like the Peregrine Fund and the work that Dr. Munir Virani and his research team do, these guys probably wouldn't be here.